Everybody, and welcome to our continuing series of Fine and Mellow, the jazz series that the National Arts Club is presenting in collaboration with the National Museum of Jazz in Harlem. The series is curated by Endea Owens, and we are so delighted by this. Now that we're in the third year of this program, my name's Paul Schwendener, and on behalf of the President and the Board of Directors of the National Arts Club, pleasure to welcome you all tonight. We have a wonderful duo of performers tonight. Brinae Ali is one of the leading tap dance artists of her generation, she hails from Flint, Michigan. I, by the way, also happen to hail from Michigan, so I confess to a bit of state pride here. And she has been involved with organizations, including she was the assistant dance captain for the revival of Shuffle Along on Broadway. She has been featured in Stomp on Broadway as well, and is the former executive director of Tapology in Flint, Michigan, one of the nation's leading promoters of tap dancing artistry, and has performed throughout Europe and America in various capacities, including the Cotton Club Parade with Wynton Marsalis. Joining her tonight is Jessie Fisher, wonderful jazz pianist, and I invite you all to welcome very warmly our artists for tonight, Brinae Ali and Jessie Fisher.
Hello. The picture and set up devices. Very, very thankful to be here. Shout out to Endea, who invited me to come. She called me asking me to bring some history and information and celebration into the space. And so that is what I'm planning to do. And there will be some moments I may need you to clap and join along, or just, go deep into your own memory and see if you remember some of these things that I will be sharing or have heard about or would like to know more about. So, one of the artists who I am inspired by, I'm originally from Flint, Michigan. And so I come from a family of tap dancers and musicians and artists and educators and activists. So that tradition of preserving the art and then passing it forward is very deep and important to me. And so I'm very much inspired by the concept of thinking about the future and past and present all at once. And one of the musicians who inspires me is someone like Sun Ra. Yeah, space is a place. And there was a woman whose name was June Tyson. She was an amazing vocalist, and I'm going to try to reimagine one of her songs called Astro Black.
Astro
Yeah. So this next song, it's thinking about past life. Like I said, I tend to think that I'm connected to my past, present, and future. And so sometimes I meet people and I feel like I've known them before, but can't quite identify when that time happened. So maybe it was another life. And so I wrote this song called Past Life because I believe in reincarnation. Listening to my thoughts move through space and time, remembering my past life when you were mine. Love keeps on passing by my door, looking through the window, feeling insecure. Listening to my thoughts move through space and time, remembering my past life when you were mine. Love keeps on passing by my door, looking through the window, feeling insecure. Listening to my thoughts move through space and time, remembering my past life when you were mine. Love keeps on passing by my door, looking through the window, feeling insecure. When you said I will never Yeah. Thank you. So, like I said, little Killer Joe vibes. So, I've been hearing jazz music my whole life. At one point, I didn't quite understand what I was listening to, but, you know, children, you just move and you kind of imitate what you see. So again, my father was a tap dancer. He was a musician, he was a singer, social dancer, and he was always in the basement, singing in the middle of the night, dancing, all the songs. So I dedicate this to him. Killer Joe! Although his name is not Joe, his name is Bruce. A lot of my friends my cousins would crack jokes because I have a lot of talented family. And my sisters tap dance, my dad tap dance and all that. So we would train a lot and we would, you know, very strict, but it wasn't Joe Jackson. But that would be the joke. That would be the joke. Joe got y'all. So Killer Joe! Killer Joe! See, my dad has a deep voice. So if I think about him, he would give me this song. So, something I'm working on, because I'm in this spirit of sharing. There's a tap dancer who speaks loud and clear to me in this moment, and actually has been for a while. His name is Baby Lawrence. He is originally from Baltimore, Maryland. He was born that's the year he died. That's the month he died. February 24, 1921. And he died April 2nd in 1974. He was 53. Get my numbers together. And he arguably was one of the greatest tap dancers who have ever lived. He was the first and only, he was the first tap dancer to be a band leader, and he put out a record. It came out after he died. He recorded it in the late 50s, and it was a jazz album called The Dance Master. And then he recorded another album with 4 tap masters, which was Jimmy Slide, Chuck Green, I believe Buster Brown, and then himself. I could be wrong with one of the names. But anyhow, that was a very innovative thing for tap dancers to push the bar beyond just the entertainment, but to actually listen to it and hear it as music. And so I'm building this project called the Baby Lawrence Legacy Project. And I'm just gonna let y'all listen a little bit to a recording. I'm also an archivist, so I love to archive things and use it in my performance. So this is a live recording of him speaking in Berlin at a jazz festival in 1973, in a performance that he was doing with Duke Ellington. So we're not gonna listen to the whole thing, but what his message is loud and clear. It was something that he was definitely pushing everywhere he went. And the sad thing is, his lifestyle being one of the innovators growing up in bebop and hanging out with people like Charlie Parker, you can only imagine what kind of trouble they were getting into. So check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tap dancing that I'm about to do is in the vein not to watch, but to listen to, as I call it, jazz tap percussion. And I'm sure after you witness this performance, you'll agree with me that tap dancing is percussion to a little blues from the Charlie Parker era.
Thank you, Jesse Fisher. Okay. More storytelling time while I catch my breath. How about that? Yeah, so yes, it is more to it with this Baby Lawrence investigation. I'm also a part of a band called the Baltimore Jazz Collective, and everyone that's basically in the band all teach at Peabody. and so we're all educators who perform and travel around the world, but come together, and we really believe in preserving this art form, sharing it with young people, getting them to also be proud of where they come from, because also being in Baltimore, you know, it's no secret how troubled the city is and how dangerous it is, but that's, you know, this is a complicated issue. And, you know, Baby actually is a part of that complicated struggle. I mean, he hung out with Billie Holiday. They were buddies. And they did great things, but had, you know, addiction issues. And so through this project, it is a lot of oral history. I've been doing investigations and talking with people that remember him. And, you know, also finding letters that he wrote to Marshall Stearns. I don't know if you guys are into jazz history like that, but he was a jazz historian and educator who wrote the book Jazz Dance, and a lot of different historical books and information about jazz artists. And it was just deep to learn in his, you know, outreach for help when he getting out of prison. You know, he still had this imagination of doing great things, which he did. And even while he was locked up, he was still in there dancing. So there's a lot to continue to celebrate and uncover about this man. Sammy Davis Jr. loved him. Miles Davis loved him. Mary Lou Williams. I mean, I can go on and on and on. So another inspiration to me, who I actually had the privilege of being under her wing the last 25 years of her life. Her name is Mabel Lee. And Mabel Lee was considered queen of the Soundies. She did like hundreds of Soundies films with Noble Sissel and Eubie Blake. And she did the second version of Shuffle Along after the original in 1921. So there was another one that came out in '53. She's on a recording album with Eubie Blake as one of his girls, and just was an amazing woman. And I was like 18 or 19 when I first met her, and she opened her door to me, and we spent a lot of time together. And so I just think about her and how awesome she is. And so I'm gonna dedicate this next piece to Miss Mabel. Trying to think, is this the right? Nope. Here we go. Hey, little Mabel, hey. So, Mabel was very spicy, very funky lady. She was also born in 1921, and originally from Atlanta, Georgia. Call her little Georgia Peach. Huh. You know, Georgia Peach. Said Miss Mabel Lee. No gown made has got a shade on, sweet Georgia brown. Huh. Two left feet and oh so neat is sweet Georgia brown. They all sigh and wanna die for sweet Georgia brown. I tell you just why. You know I don't like not much pay. It's been said she's not so dead when she lands in town. Since she came, why it's a shame how she cools them down. Fellas, she can't get. Must be fellas she ain't met. Huh. Georgia claimed her. Georgia named her. Sweet Georgia Brown. Hey, I said Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee. Oh, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee. Oh, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee. Oh, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee, Mabel Lee.
Mabel Lee began dancing at the age of 4. In the 30s and the 40s, she was a featured entertainer in New York City's most popular nightclubs, including Small's Paradise and the Sudan, site of the original Cotton Club. She also toured with Cab Calloway and performed for President Franklin Delano Roosevelt when she was 12 years old.
That's you on Ebony, right? Ebony magazine? What year is that?
47, and the magazine cost 25 cents.
That is so beautiful.
I was
Seven.
picked to do this with the Smith brothers. They were commissioned to do the photo, and when we heard about it, we thought we were the first color cover. And they thought so too. And when we found out that someone else had done the first, in all those years I thought I had done the first
Well, who
color
was it?
cover. Miss Horn.
Nina.
What does that mean, soundies?
Soundies were machines before television, where you would go into airports, all the army stations and bars and things, and they had machines that looked like the machines now
Like
had a big
arcade.
screen, and you could pick things. And you would pick me and Fat Swallow and Count Basie and everybody. I think it cost $0.25. It was nationwide.
Didn't you do like 200 of them or something?
Go on, why y'all keep going up on that? Story in there about how you make movies. And this was done by William Crouch. Fritz Pollard was my manager, but for me to get anywhere and for them to let me do my singles, he gave my contract to William Crouch, which was the director of this sounding. I was in a lot of them that you didn't even know I was there.
Yeah.
But Mr. Pollard, Fritz Pollard, owned the Suntan Studios, and he was my manager. I think I have a picture of him giving my contract to Mr. Crouch.
I love it.
Yeah. You know, feature Mabel. Feature Mabel. No, feature Mabel.
Feature Mabel. Everybody knew
I was doing all the choreography and everything and different sets for everybody, teaching the girls. And we just had to persuade them to let me do. And Chicken Shack Shuffle. Chicken Shack Shuffle. And Chicken Shack Shuffle was my first single. You did a lot of selling, 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 and hip movements and hip movements and swing. It was a different kind of swing. It was not the jitterbug swing of the Lindy Hoppers. It was like the chorus girls swung and the Apollo and all the choruses. But we also tapped. But I mean, that's what they wanted at that time, so that's what I did. Sail in the rain, roam in the sea, like the birdies sing in the trees, pleasing to live, living to please. The sky is the only roof I have over my head. Ow! But when I'm weary, Mother Nature makes me a bed. I'm just going along as I please, breezing along. Hey, with the breeze. Sound to it, but it's so very light.
Thank you for taking that journey with me. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah. It's been, well, she died in 97. She died in 2019. I really was turned into like a caregiver for her. She was very strong, very strong. She lived alone. She had one son, and then she had her godson that lived down the hallway. And there were times when I was living in Philadelphia, and in my I'm still youthful, but I was much younger, like young and dumb, in my early 20s, needing some guidance, and she just let me in. And her home was like a museum in itself, just seeing so many photos, and yeah, I miss her dearly. Now she's gonna be 102 this year, so thank you, Mabel. And so, how has life been without her? It's been challenging and beautiful, but that's life, right? Yeah. I got too much on my mind, so I need my words. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that too. When I'm back on top in June. Yeah. A pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a got one more for you, if you can. So this is a little, reminder. And this is a song by one of my favorite hip hop artists. Well, at the time it was Mos Def. Now he goes by Yasin. That's how I like to sing this song a lot, because sometimes we gotta remind ourselves to be a light, And it's beautiful because it's called My Umi Says, and Umi meaning mommy or mother. And just reminding, I know your mother tells you, or maybe not, but you're the light of the world. Take it everywhere you go, yeah. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I mean, can you believe that was a song of resilience? You know what I'm talking about? The civil rights movement, to walk through protesting while people calling you nigga, having water holes, knocking people down, sticking dogs on you, and you singing, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, everywhere I Thank y'all so much. I would like to open the floor if anybody want to engage. I love doing that if that's okay. I mean, I know we have a few more minutes, like 10 minutes or so. You want to see my shoes? Everybody's like, whoa, what it look like? Yeah, so these were custom-made shoes. There's a company in Minnesota called the Dancing Fair, which is actually a mom and pop shop of another family that, you know, makes shoes. And so I had this idea and told them what colors I wanted, and took about 6 weeks, and now I have definitely broken them in. Yes, yeah. You know, that's a very good question. In regards to entertainment, I know that Flint, when, you know, General Motors was really booming and there was a lot of entertainment that did come through Flint. In particular, you know, between Flint, I think they played at like a theater that they've revived now called the Capitol Theater. So I've heard stories from other tap dancers saying that they've come to the city. But honestly, my father really has been the one to embed it as a really important element to Flint now. Over the past 40 years, he has trained thousands of young people, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm 40 now. He's been doing this my whole entire life. And I've also seen him train like many more around Michigan, but in particular Flint. So, you know, we have a nonprofit called Tapology, and we do programming with young people preserving the art of tap and jazz music, and do outreach programming into the schools and all of that. So for many, many years, every year we have a festival, and people come out to the Whiting Theater, and it's like a part of Flint now. But historically, you know, just a lot of in the spirit of, you know, making something out of nothing and then, you know, doing great things, I would say in that regards, yes. Yes, 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 yes. There's plenty. There are a lot of clubs. Yeah. I've done some things at Berlin. Dizzy's is very receptive. That's the Dizzy's Coca-Cola Club. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the balance, like percussionist and dancer, that you are?
I can't. It's a part of the learning process. I mean, in training, you learn steps and rudiments like your, you know, drills, like drummers. You know, it's the same type of language and paradiddles. So I can't get away from it in that regards. But the fun thing about tap dance too, even though it's a percussive thing, you can also like imagine a piano. You know, it's like the piano. You can do a lot with 10 fingers on 88 keys. So, you know, rhythmically, and sometimes even thinking, you know, like the tonality of the tap. You know, I imagine percussion in regards to the piano too. Yeah. Yes.
Hi, you're great.
Thank you.
I've been a singer, and learning to breathe is tough enough. Learning to dance is tough enough. How do you develop the breath control and have the ability to sing like you do and dance like you do and not run out of gas? It's got to be amazing.
So I do run out of gas sometimes. That's when I go step off and get some water and start joking on the mic. No, but honestly, so I've been doing them both training-wise since I was 3 years old. And so intensely, like, being classically trained in vocals in high school, and then also getting my jazz training just from at home. But dancing also, you know, I haven't ran in a while, but I used to really, my father introduced me to running, you know, long distance at a very early age. It was something that we would do in the mornings before I would go to school. Not all the time, but sometimes I would want to go with him on his runs. So just kind of like building in that capacity, swimming, learning how to breathe in water, you know, has been very helpful. So it's like I kind of go into like survival mode when I'm in the doing of the dancing and the singing at the same time. And then of course, you know, working on Broadway will train you because you have to sing and dance in certain shows. So yeah, I mean, it's been a combination of things, but it's also something I enjoy doing. So it's always a constant challenge. And then I actually feel like I become more open and like ready to sing the more I dance and like get my pores open and you know, kind of get that air out. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you like better, Broadway or clubs?
Clubs. Yeah, I love this experience. I mean the stage on Broadway is amazing. I mean the machine of it is grueling. You know, 8 shows a week, and you know the training that takes in the rigor that you go through. You're away from your families for hours and hours. So I mean, you know, it's a huge commitment. It's a rewarding experience, in my opinion. You know, I just like, I'm a connector. I love to connect with people. So like having these experiences are way more fulfilling for me.
I have a question. So when you were playing with your controls there, some of you were playing with the tone, but it seemed almost like you were playing with the tone of the percussion on the floorboard. Was that so?
No, I wasn't even, this wasn't hooked up. I think what you heard was my vocal percussion in but I do that sometimes with another person.
I thought it really interesting that the tap dancing was percussive.
Yes.
But there was a moment where, so you were singing,
Mm-hmm.
and then you were almost scat singing, the call and response with your feet.
Yes.
Which, you know, you were singing with your feet.
Yes.
Which is a different thing than dancing with your feet. And
Yes.
I found that really just fantastic. So,
Thank you so much.
you know,
Oh. I feel like my teachers would be proud of me, you know. But really, that is like the joy of being a tap dancer. So it is a magical experience in the moment, and to communicate a whole different way. So you know, when people get it, it's exciting. Like the fact that you're even saying, I'm like, yeah, he got it. Thank you. I think this might be it. Anybody have any questions for Jessie? Oh, you do right here. Yes? Oh, I thought you do like that. Yes, ma'am.
How did you two get together?
I don't have a microphone.
Yes, you do.
Check. So Brinae says she is a connector and she likes connecting. One of my longtime friends, Jerome Jennings, I would say also loves connecting people, and he knows people in all walks of life and all different genres of music and forms of art and entertainment. So Jerome connected us about 5 years ago for a show at the Apollo Theater that Brinae was involved with. I played piano and keyboards, and that was a tap dance tribute to the hip-hop group A Tribe Called Quest. And so that was hip-hop music that I grew up with, listening to, being able to reinterpret the actual, not just the music, but the rhymes, like the lyrics of the rap with tap. It was really a kind of phenomenal show, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I mean, Tribe Called Quest, they sample a lot of jazz tunes. Like the whole album Midnight Marauders is like samples from like many traditional jazz tunes. Was Ron Carter playing on that one? Like they even had certain like notable jazz musicians on their record, and so the project was also to like show that the connection of the two, you know, from bebop to hip hop, it's all the same. You know, rhythmically it's the same, like literally the same swing. So that was how we met, and then we just, you know, stayed in touch, and I learned through my husband that they were all like, went to college together. And so I called him another time to play with me, and I'm really glad he was available to play with me tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So if there aren't any more comments, I think that will conclude our evening. You guys have been amazing. Thank you, National Arts Club, for having me. Thank you, Paul, Nadine, who I've been talking to. I don't know where she is. But thank you all so much.